Hey, so I have been using all of these skincare products from a Korean brand called Tosowoong for the past 3 or 4 weeks, and I definitely have some thoughts. So Tosowoong is a Korean skincare brand that has been around for a while. This brand has a wide range of skincare products that target virtually every skin problem. I love that almost all of their products feature an active ingredient. It comes from different lines that target different concerns, but such a wide array of products. We're talking creams, serums, toners, masks, just a really interesting combination of all sorts of different items, different active ingredients for all skin needs. So if you stay tuned, I will show you how I have been using these different skincare products in my morning and evening routines. I will demonstrate application, tell you how they work together, and if I noticed any improvement in my skin. This is a toner that I've been using. It is the Pink PDRN Niacinamide Milky Toner. So they're featuring that PDRN and niacinamide combination in this one. They have serums that have the azelaic acid in a 10% concentration, which is great. Another thing that I've been trying is the Niacinamide and TXA Serum, also really good concentrations of each ingredient. Another one that I've also enjoyed on a daily basis is this Glycolic acid exfoliating serum. They have a peptide serum, a copper peptide serum, and a bunch of different creams. This one is probably the one that a lot of you or some of you may have seen on the internet. It's one that's gotten a lot of buzz. I feel like this is the Glutathione and Arbutin cream. It's supposed to really help with brightening your skin tone, reducing sunspots, improving your complexion. I have been testing this out consistently for the past few weeks, and so I'll just show you my routine in the morning. I use a combination of all of these products both in the morning and in the evening, and I have been doing that for the past 4 weeks, and I've only exclusively used their products just to see if I notice a difference in my skin. At the end of this video, I will tell you my observations in the way that I think my skin has changed. But this is what I usually do in the morning. I try to layer as much of these products as I can just because I got my hands on so many of them and I want to try them out and see exactly how they work together, how they work with my makeup when I apply that, how they work at night for my nighttime routine. So this is going to be just a brief overview of what I do on a daily basis with this line of Korean skincare brand. So I usually start out with this toner. I use this morning and night. This is the Pink PDRN Niacinamide toner. I just put a bunch out on my fingers, rub it between my hands, and apply it all over my face. This has a somewhat creamy consistency. It's still very viscous and liquid, but it is a little bit creamier, a little bit thicker in consistency. It doesn't have a scent, which I appreciate about a lot of these products, is they're fragrance free. It takes just a little bit to absorb into your skin. Not too long, about a minute, and I usually follow it up with my next step. Because in the mornings I know that I'll be applying makeup, I want to choose products that won't be too thick, that won't have a lot of texture, because I do want it to layer well with my moisturizer, foundation, and all the other makeup products that I'll be using. So what I've noticed is this toner works great with most other skincare steps that I will do. But as far as serums, I'm trying to pick serums that are a little bit lighter in consistency and texture, just so they layer well with all the other things I'm going to apply to my face. Usually the very next step is going to be this Glycolic acid exfoliating serum. This comes with a dropper applicator, which I really enjoy. And while this has a very liquid texture, it does have some kind of weight to it, so it's a little bit sticky, a little tacky, nothing too nothing that's going to interfere with your makeup or other skincare steps, but it does have a little thickness to it. And as you'll see, when I apply it all over my face, under my eyes, all over my skin, and on my neck as well. So hopefully you can pick up, it has a little bit of luminosity that it gives to your skin. It has just the slightest tackiest feeling. It definitely has some weight to it. So you will be able to notice that it's on your skin. It's not something that's just gonna absorb right into your face and you won't feel it. You definitely feel that it's there. It has a little bit of tackiness, but what I've noticed from using this for over probably close to a month is it pairs really well with the rest of the products that I put on my face. And again, since this is my morning routine and I know that I'll be using a lot of makeup products, I try to keep the skincare more or less to a minimum. I really layer a lot of these products in the evening when I know I'll be going to bed and I don't need to put makeup on. But in the morning, the other serum that I use is this copper peptide face serum. I kind of love that a lot of these products have a color to them. Something just about having that aesthetic effect, and it's very pleasing and satisfying. I'll show you some creams later on too. They also have some color to it. Some are pink, some have like blue little balls in there. So I actually really enjoy that. But for this serum, it is really bright blue, which is kind of cool. And it actually dispenses in that color as well. So I just put that all over my face as well and then spread it around. This also has a somewhat lightweight consistency, but definitely also is a little bit more viscous. As you could tell on my face, it doesn't just drip down like water. It has a little bit more thickness to it. This one is not as sticky as the glycolic acid or some of the other serums that I'll use in the evening, but I find that it does absorb into my skin fairly well, and it pairs really well with other creams that I'm going to be using, and it doesn't interfere with my makeup. So after I've applied my serums, I give it just a couple minutes to absorb and set before I move on to the cream. So some of the creams that I've already tried out and really enjoyed have been this vitamin C brightening cream. This is really interesting in that it comes with tiny little orange balls in it that kind of pop and dissolve into your skin as you work it in. I've enjoyed using this every single morning, and I do feel like it helps with your skin complexion and brightening. Another one that I really love is this Glow Bean face cream. This is made with a bunch of fermented ingredients. They highlight the soybean ferment extract, and this is supposed to just give you a glowing complexion. I really think that this works well under makeup, so I like using this in the morning as well. Another one is the hyaluronic acid cream, which is great to moisturize your face, and I've also enjoyed this just for the morning routine when I'm about to apply my makeup. Today I'm gonna use the Glow Bean face cream just because I haven't used it in a couple days and I really do enjoy it. This is a thicker cream, so some of them are much lighter in consistency. This is definitely a thicker, more of a cream texture, but you'll see the way that it goes onto your skin. It just melts on, and it's so easy to work it in, so easy to absorb and kind of work with all of my other products that I've applied. It feels really moisturizing, really nourishing. And I just love that all these products work together so well. There's no pilling. There has been one cream I think I tried, I'll have to remember which one it is, that gave me a little bit of pilling the more that I worked it into my skin. But most of these work so well together, and they also work really well with makeup, which is pretty important for me. I wear makeup almost every day, and I really do want skincare products that I use to work really well with everything else that I apply to my face. But as you can tell, it doesn't leave, a really thick or greasy look. It kind of absorbs into your skin really well. You can definitely feel it on your skin, but it's not thick, it's not goopy, it's not uncomfortable, even with all the serums that I've applied before. So just a really comfortable wear with these products. So this is it for my morning routine. Like I said, I try to keep it pretty minimal. I don't go all out. I will apply my makeup and then I'll come back and show you how everything looks all together with all of these skincare products. I also just want to point out that I do feel like my face and my complexion generally looks so much better over the past 3 to 4 weeks. And I have to say that it's probably due to the skincare. I haven't been using any other products, I haven't been testing out any other brands. And I think that the combination of all these products with all the active ingredients, they really do work together really well, and they definitely make a difference. So overall, I want to say that my skin just looks more even toned. I definitely still have redness, I have spots. However, anytime I have, like a little blemish, it does fade quicker when I use this. I think my skin is way more even toned overall. I've been watching the way that it works on sunspots. I have one right here that's been there for years, and that's kind of how I gauge whether or not products do anything and help in reducing sunspots and fade those spots. Um, Jury's still out. I don't know that this has decreased significantly, and I will include pictures of before when I started using this brand and what it looks like now, but I can't say that it improved dramatically. The only thing that I can speak to is just my overall complexion when I'm not wearing any makeup. The way that my skin looks, it looks way brighter, more even toned, and I want to say a little bit more just like tighter. My skin just feels a little bit more cinched and kind of, you know, tighter all over. So, so far, it's only been about 3 to 4 weeks that I've used it, which is not a long time. Usually, you want to use these products for like 8 weeks or more to show noticeable results. But I can already tell a difference, which is really, really reassuring and really exciting. So this is me with my usual makeup that I do on a daily basis. As you can tell, my makeup goes on so well. There is absolutely no pilling, no, spotty or blotchy places on my face. I think this skincare really creates a really nice, even base that makes my makeup look just so great. I also noticed that I've been using a lot less foundation to even out my skin tone. And I think also that's due in part to the fact that my skin tone and kind of complexion just has improved over the past few weeks. So this is it with a full face of makeup. Okay, so this is the end of the day, and I just washed off my makeup, and I am, every time I want to take my makeup off, I notice how much my skin has improved. I don't know if it translates on camera, or maybe the camera actually picks up some more redness that I don't see when I look in the mirror, but I do feel like my skin tone has evened out substantially. My skin just looks brighter and just overall more even. I haven't applied any skincare on yet. So this is just my face freshly cleaned. Usually when I don't use tretinoin for a long period of time, I start getting little white comedones on my skin, little white clogged pores. I have not seen any of those. I haven't used tretinoin in probably a month, and I've been using this Tosowoong skincare for that duration. And I feel like it does a really good job at continuing to exfoliate my skin, open up and clean those pores so I don't get those comedones that I usually get. So this is my skin after about 4 weeks of using this new skincare brand that I've discovered, and I have to say that I'm pretty impressed. So in the morning I used this toner, and I go ahead and use this morning and evening. So again, I just put a good amount on my hands and then spread it all over my face. So I always try to follow up with these two serums in the evening. These are definitely more sticky and tacky feelings, so I do not put these on in the morning. I go ahead and layer them on in the evening just because I can get away with a little bit more texture and, sticky feeling on my skin at night. But I just usually use a full dropper full for my entire face. I spread it out with my fingers, and whatever's left over, I just put down my neck. This pink one is the Niacinamide TXA Serum. really good ingredients. If you guys want, I can do an in-depth video for some of these products, but this one is, I think, a similar one to what Nua has. They have very similar products with similar formulations. And so after applying that serum, my skin is definitely glowy, definitely tacky. You can probably even see that there is a little bit of tackiness there. But like I said, in the evening, it doesn't really bother me. This next one is the azelaic acid, 10%, and I do the same type of application. I just kind of spread it over my face. This one is a little bit thicker, so it does have a little bit more goop to it. This one also has a really slight scent, and this one definitely has some tackiness and some stickiness that it leaves on your skin. And also definitely a lot more glow and shine and just visible kind of presence on your skin. And usually this is where I will give it a couple minutes for everything to absorb before I move on with some of the creams. These are just some of the creams that I have been trying out. This is the vitamin C that I usually use in the morning. There's the zinc oxide that is really good if you're having acne, fungal acne. It really helped me personally when I used zinc oxide in the past, like 15 years ago. The copper peptide I like to use in the morning. In the evening, what I'm going to use today is this real Mandelic acid. This is the one that comes with those spicules that feel like little electrocurrents going through your skin. Really interesting sensation. And what they are really tiny little needles almost that I think they get from sea sponges, if I'm not mistaken. And they kind of go into your skin and allow other products to absorb more deeply onto deeper levels of your skin. And so I like that this is a light pink color, very interesting. But as you rub this cream in, you absolutely feel those tiny little spicules going into your skin. You cannot see them, they're tiny and microscopic, but you can definitely feel them on your skin as you rub your hands over it. It feels like a microcurrent or like an electrical shock. When someone touches you, you get that static electricity. It's almost what it feels like. And so if you're a little weary of that, maybe this might not be for you. But from reading online, the feedback about these types of creams and products is really, really positive. People say that this has been a game changer for a lot of their skins. This is very similar to this Riedel, Ready Riedel shot that I've been also trying out. So very interesting. It looks normal on the skin. It's very moisturizing and emollient, leaves a nice glow on your skin, but definitely an interesting product. And tonight I'm gonna end this routine with this Arbutin and Glutathione treatment cream. This actually has a really funky smell to it, but I think it's just because of the presence of all the active ingredients. This is supposed to brighten your skin, improve complexion, give you a more luminous skin tone. So this is a cream that I've actually seen a lot online, and I've seen people reviewing it and actually have really positive results from. And so as I'm rubbing this treatment cream in, I definitely still feel those spicules on my skin, and they're still poking and kind of moving around as I work this cream into my skin. And I think that's why they're so effective, is that with every new product that you introduce, those spicules allow it to go deeper into your skin. I have to say, it sounds intense, but every single product that I've tried from this line has been extremely gentle. I've never had any reaction. Personally, I have normal to maybe oily combination normal to oily combination skin tone. Do not have sensitive skin, so beware if you are someone that has sensitive skin. But I haven't experienced any redness, any itching, burning with any of these products. And these are products with decent concentration of those active ingredients, and they have been extremely, normal with my skin, no reactions, no weird kind of spots or anything like that. So I would say that these products are mostly gentle. Unless you have very sensitive skin, I would definitely patch test it in that case. For me, though, it's been a really great experience. And so this is kind of what I end my evening routine on. I definitely mix and match with other creams and treatments on different days. Today, this is just what I chose to go with. Full disclosure, these products were sent to me as a package to try out, but I am obviously not sponsored. These opinions are entirely mine, and I didn't have to make this video. I specifically wanted to make this video and highlight some of these products just because I've noticed such a significant improvement in my skin in such a short period of time. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. If you tried some of these products for this brand, let me know as well. If you want a dedicated video reviewing some of these products, also let me know. I can break them down in more detail and depth. And be sure to return back to my channel for more videos reviewing Korean skincare brands just like this.